book called Culture Shock. It's a biblical response to today's most divisive issues. And you know, I live in a place that's more diverse than any city in America. And these aren't issues that are hypothetical. These are issues that really pull people together or tear them apart. I am astounded at what has happened in the last 10 years, and I'm shocked over the last 20. And many of you know exactly what I mean. But maybe more importantly, the church has lost its soul, our commitment to the truth, our commitment to Scripture. I wrote this book to Christians. I'm saddened when I see Christians on either side of these issues, either being all love or all truth. Now is the time, today's the day, where we need to speak the truth in love, where we bring light, not heat. Jesus said, "You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Well, the fact of the matter is, a lot of people have never heard what God says on these important topics. This book is going to cover what is truth. We're going to deal with sexuality, homosexuality, abortion, the church and politics, the environment. We need, like never before in the church, to know what God says about these important topics and then share them in love. Culture Shock is a book that will prepare you to respond to today's most divisive issues. Let's speak the truth in love. Let's make a difference together.
Even though Jesus has come to my house, I can get so busy serving Him, I never get around to really knowing Him.
The thing that I would say has touched me the most is how practical it is.
When we look at Scripture, we see the beginning and the end, and a lot of times we forget what's in the middle. And Joanna does an amazing job of stepping back and looking at the middle, looking at the person and what they went through.
I don't know about you, but I want to worship like Mary. But the Martha inside keeps bossing me around.
Let others shoulder their own belongings, God said gently. I know you were trying to help, but when you are weighted down with all these cares, you cannot do what I have asked.
I wonder what Mary felt that day as she knelt at Jesus' feet. Holding her precious jar of perfume, she must have trembled inside.
Her study helps you to be able to sit down and find out what's essential and how to get started.
It just really teaches you to have that relationship with the Lord and that intimacy rather than all of the fear and the worry and the burdens that sometimes we as women put on ourselves.
And because of Jesus, you and I can have a Mary heart in a Martha world.
Hi, I'm Frank Turek. There are 4 major questions we cover in it. I don't have enough faith to be an atheist seminar. The first question is, does truth exist? This book, the Bible, can't be true if truth doesn't exist or if it's just true for you but not for me or all truth is relative. We're going to show in the first part of the seminar that truth does exist and you can know it. The second question is, does God exist? The Bible can't be true if God doesn't exist. If there is no God, you might as well throw this book away and every other book that talks about God. The third question is, are miracles possible? Again, this book can't be true if miracles are not possible. If miracles are not possible, throw this book away and every other book that talks about miracles. We're going to see that not only are miracles possible, but the greatest miracle of all has already occurred and we have scientific evidence for it. The fourth and final question is the New Testament true? The New Testament doesn't have a prayer. If truth doesn't exist, God doesn't exist, or miracles are not possible. But if truth exists, if God exists, if miracles are possible, then we can see if miracles actually occurred in the first century to authenticate Jesus and His apostles as truly being from God. We can look at the 27 handwritten Greek manuscripts we call the New Testament and see if they're historically reliable. If they are, and we will show you evidence that indeed they are, then we can say that the entire Old Testament is true as well.
Father, your warrior prepares for battle. Today I claim victory over Satan by putting on the whole armor of God which you have given me. Truth, righteousness, peace, faith, salvation, and the sword of the Spirit. By faith, your warrior has put on the whole armor of God. I am prepared to live this day in spiritual victory.